Evening or good morning, depending on wherever you're watching in the world. This is week number 2 of This Week with Big G. And let's just show Big G because he's here. There you are, buddy. What do you say, huh? This is week number 2 where we are live and sitting here on a Saturday evening in Colorado. It's cold and it's snowy, and you'll see some vids this week, in the coming week, of the snow, and hopefully we'll get a chance to get out. We don't always get a chance to do that, depending on how cold it is and how much ice there is and whatnot. So we've got a lot to talk about this week, and one of the first things that we wanted to talk about was that this is again going to be a weekly show, and we're going to recap what Big G did throughout the week. There he is. And then give you some news about what's coming up for next week. And then we also want to address questions that we get from all of our viewers. So let's just jump right into it. So first thing we wanted to talk about was we wanted to thank everybody again for helping us surpass 1 million views. We were just absolutely over the moon, even though Big G's not celebrating right now. We're over the moon on hitting that achievement and reaching the 1 million view mark. We started the channel a little over a year ago and really didn't have any idea what and how that might go in terms of traffic and whatnot. And I remember, and there's me, I'm TD, rocking my big G gear. We really didn't know what to expect when we started in terms of viewers. I remember when we first started cutting videos, and I would put some videos on that were, 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it would happen to be. And we actually started our first videos where we were using Microsoft Clipchamp. But then that changed, and I started using iMovie on my iPhone, and started to get a lot of questions with regard to what type of camera equipment do you use when you shoot your videos. And so the answer to that is I started with a GoPro, which I still use, and I use my GoPro when I do filming on my bicycle. If I do my mountain bike shots, which I have quite a few. If you look at the channel, you'll see that there are quite a few videos from the early months of bike riding and whatnot. And so, but I've shot less of those as the weather's changed. So here we are, 3 minutes past the hour, and we've still got folks joining. So again, if you're just joining, welcome. It's great to have you wherever you are. We happen to be in Colorado, so we are in Mountain Time, and it's a little after 7 o'clock our time. But again, welcome to this is our second presser. We're gonna do these every week, and we call these This Week with Big G. And I'm TD, rocking my Big G gear, which, by the way, if you stick around for a while, we're going to give away some Big G gear, and I'll get to that in a minute. I'll tell you how you can win that. We'll ship that directly to you, but this is his logo. I had lots and lots of questions last week about the logo, so I just want to talk about it for a second so you know what it is. I think you all know who that is. That's Big G, and there he is right there. He's hanging out watching us do the press conference. But that's his logo. This is actually a C for Colorado, the state of Colorado, and then you can see the sun for Colorado, and then of course our Colorado mountains, which we love so much. That's the other piece of our logo. So we're going to give away some. We're going to give away at least one and maybe two T-shirts, and I'll tell you how you win those if you hang out with me for just a few minutes, and we will ship those to you directly. So again, for this week, lots of stuff to talk about. So the first question I got was, did you ever think that you would get to 1 million views? And I think the answer to that is no. We had no idea that we would ever get to 1 million views. I think when we first started the channel, I thought, wow, I'll be lucky or fun if we had a day where we got 100 views in a day. And I remember the first time that we eclipsed 100 views, it might as well have been 10 million views, and we were so over the moon. And I guess that's the other thing that I wanted to say is that we didn't start doing this because of, hello, Matt, it's good to see you. We didn't start doing this because we thought that we would get 1 million views. We did it because we wanted to spread a little joy in the world, and we certainly hope that that's done that. But to the point of the 1 million views, it's just a long time goal, and delighted to achieve it. And so if you are a subscriber and you've been a subscriber for longer than 2 months, if you DM me, I'm going to take the first 2 people that respond and DM me on the channel, and we will trade information, and we will send you a Big G t-shirt. I'm just going to show you what those look like here. So again, I'll do that for the first 2 people. If you're a subscriber, and you DM me, I'll take the first 2 people that do that, and we are going to send you this Big G t-shirt so you can wear Big G during the day. So that's our gift to you. And again, thank you for everybody who's tuned in over the last year or so and has subscribed. Our next goal is to get to 500. We want to get to, 3,000 total subscribers. We're at 2,572. So if you like the show or you know somebody that likes puppy dogs, then forward them the show, and they can subscribe too. So that's good. So the other thing that got lots and lots of questions on was, what are some of the hobbies that Big G has? What are some of the things that Big G likes? And I can tell you one of the things that he doesn't like is, I'm going to show you this. We got this on in the background, USA and Canada. We're firmly in the USA court for the World Hockey Tournament, so we're big sports fans and always have been. But I can tell you one of the things that Big G doesn't like is sports. So Big G doesn't like loud noises. Do you, buddy? Say I don't. I don't like it when TD cheers. I don't like it when HD cheers. I don't like football season. I don't like any type of sporting event because he just doesn't like loud noises. And I think that's just because he's such a sweet and special puppy. He doesn't like loud noises. This score of the hockey game, if you're watching it, is 1-1 right now. And Canada scored first, USA scored second. So it's been a while since I've cheered, so Big G he's all good. So that was one of the questions. So that's what he doesn't like. What does he like? He loves treats. His favorite treats are the greenies. And so if you're a pet food company or a sponsor, Big G's looking for sponsors, and he'd be happy to endorse your product. You can DM me and ask me how we can make that happen. But he does love treats. And hey, buddy, do we like to ring the gack? Is that something that we like to do? Where do we keep it? Where do we keep it? You know where we keep it. So that's his other thing. We have this game that we play, which we say is ring the gack, but it's basically a broom handle, and he chases it. And if you tuned into the show today, you saw that. I had a couple of pictures of him, 2 videos, I think, maybe 3, that we had, and that was him ringing the gack. So that was one of his deals. He's trying to get up on my lap here. You gonna hang out on the couch there and watch some of the show? So he likes that. He likes to play games. He loves to walk. And like I said, given that we live in Colorado and the weather's been so cold, we haven't had a chance to get out and walk out by the lake as much. So that is one of his favorite pastimes, and then playing his game is one of his other favorite pastimes. What else? He does not like to ride in the car. Like that's his most unfavorite thing to say or to do. He can tolerate it when we go to the lake because it's so short, and I think he's got it down in terms of how far and how long it takes to get to the lake. But man, he doesn't like to go any farther than that, and that's maybe less than a 10-minute drive. Other things that he likes things that other dogs like, which is to play and chase the ball. Sometimes we throw that in the house, sometimes we throw it outside. And we have a Frisbee that in the summer we'll take that out, and he likes to do that. So a couple of other things that we get questions on quite a bit, and one of them is, how do you select the music in your videos? And if you've been a subscriber for a while, you know that Big G is a big classic rock fan. Like we love classic rock from the 60s and the 70s. That's our favorite genre, and we like the Allman Brothers, the Rolling Stones, Boston, Kansas, Chicago, the Doobie Brothers. If it's from the 70s, you're going to hear it on the channel. But the other question that I get is, do you take requests? And the answer to that is absolutely, we take requests. So if you have a favorite song that you want to hear, you want us to put it on the channel, DM me and we'll get to it. And keep the comments coming. We love to see the comments and hear what you're saying, or hear what is going on in your world with your pets, with your puppies. We don't have cats in this house. We're a dog family. So those were the big topics for this week. If you tuned into the channel, you saw some sunshine walks. You saw a couple of walks in the snow, and no trips to the lake. So we didn't get a chance to go to the lake at all this week. It's a little bit busy over the work week, and not really had a chance to take him out. But I'm off for President's Day this week, and hopefully if the weather holds and it's not too cold, we'll get him out and go for a walk. So yeah, that's kind of the story from Colorado. Again, we're just over the moon for everybody who has supported the channel over the past year. We got some great stuff planned for the coming weeks and months, and we plan to continue to do this where we're going to go live. Maybe every week, I think, is what we're going to say this week with Big G. So if you have a question that you want us to address, send us a comment. If you have a comment, always welcome. And of course, if you have music that you want to hear, let us know. So we'll call that good for this week. Just under 15 minutes for his presser. And again, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. We appreciate all of you. And we look forward to connecting with you in the coming weeks, and keep those comments coming. So for now, goodbye from Colorado. Take care.